The visual response: a good man is hard to find. She points out the article about the missive, an expert confident heading toward Florida, and adds that the children have already been three. John Wesley, 8 years old, says that the grandmother stayed home, and his sister, Johnny, stayed initially that his grandmother will never do that. In the car, John Wesley says he doesn't like Georgia, and the grandmother chastises him for not respecting his home state. When the first question failed, she said there are grievance. In of the middle of it belonged to the physician, and jokes that the physician has gone with the wind. Later, she tells a story about an old sister, Edgar Atis Tegarden. The grandmother tells him he is a good man for doing it. Red Sam, we've said this doesn't throw anyone. Concluding Red Sam, the grandmother asks her if she heard about the missive, and the woman words that hell robbed them. Red Sam say a good man is hard to find. Who hand the grandmother lemon the state of the world. Exit. The children beg to go to host until Bailey really gives in. Fitting escaped from the basket and quietly Bailey hold the chairs of the car. The grandmother decides not to tell Bailey about her mistake. The man says it's not a good organization him. The grandmother asks the mischief whether his head saw a lady, and the mischief say we would like to. The grandmother claims that she can tell he is a good man and who's come from nice people. The mischief agrees and praises his presence. The grandmother continues telling him he is a good man. The mischief tell the other two men, Hiram and Bobby Lee, to the Bailey and Johnson Wesley into the woods. The mischief say no, he is a good, but he is the workman etc. Have voiced to the grandmother and the children's mother for not wearing a street, and said that he and the other men had the worry that called after the expert. He say to borrow the clothes the wearing pro someone people the man. The mischief say has two gospel singer, and the grandmother said free. He say his wasn't bad kill, but that and one point we end to prison for a crime he can remember committing. The grandmother tell the mischief to pray so that Jesus will help him. Bobby Lee and Hiram come back from the woods, and Bobby Lee give the mischief the third belly had been worse, but the grandmother doesn't releasing its bellies. The mischief the children's mother and the baby and John Star and go with Bobby Lee and Hiram in the world. Bobby Lee tries to hold Johnny Star hand, but they say he luckily a fake. The grandmother starts chanting, Jesus. The mischief say he like Jesus. Jesus had not committed a crime. He said he gave him sleep, the name, because his speed doesn't seem to fit the crime people said on commitment. The grandmother begged him mischief, not the sort of lady. Tomorrow gets off from the woods, and the grandmother chased out Provilie. The mischief say that the justice concept everything my raising the dead. The mischief say the wish and Halvendersi heckled can oversaw, and the mischief of the grandmother could have been a good woman if someone had been around to sort her every man off. Thank you very much.